People of God, if there is anything that is lacking majorly in the body today, is wisdom. If a Christian is truly wise, you will not need much of encouragement, so to say. You will not need anybody that is wise. Will not easily. It's not somebody that is vulnerable to supervision. Wisdom will tell you the things to do, how to do, when to do. That's wisdom. Knowing what to do, how to do, and when to do is wisdom. When you operate at the frequency of you know what to do, you know how to do it, you know when to do it. Excuse me, sir, you are relaxed. And the people that shine, according to Daniel chapter 12 and verse 3, he said, they that be wise shall shine at the brightness of the firmament. People that are wise shine. That's why the Bible said the wise shall inherit glory. Proverbs 3:35 said, the wise shall inherit glory. Shame shall be the promotion of fools. Daniel chapter 12 and verse 3 said, they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament. Meaning, if there's any dark area of your life, demonic affliction might be the issue, but technically speaking, it's still lack of wisdom. It is. Please open your mind, open your brain, open your heart to receive this operation. You see, the gift of the Spirit anchors on power. The Bible recorded that we have 9 gifts of the Spirit. 3 of the 9 gifts of the Spirit dealt with power. The rest of the 6 talk about wisdom. Meaning, and that's what the Bible recorded. It said, wisdom is the what? Principal thing. When you lack the principal thing, you become a principal fool. Foolish in capital letter. One of the things that make me to hate foolishness in my life is because if the child you give back to is wiser than you, you will submit. Anybody that is wiser than you, you submit to the person. How many of us are health workers here? How many of us are teachers here? Maybe many of us are taking English language. I study food science in the university. In that area, I've acquired some level of wisdom. But technically speaking, if you need to actually do anything around food science, because of my training, because you are a teacher of literature or what have you, you might not be able to have the depth of understanding of what I have. Anything you are foolish for, you pay for it. When you lack understanding of anything, you pay. The Bible said, if you lack understanding, according to Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 16, he said, you shall abide in the congregation of the dead. So it is risky to be foolish. Now look at this. The Bible commanded, it said we should be gentle as what? As dove. And be wise as what? As serpent. If you are not wise, you will remain under and you will manifest shame. The reason why many of us are actually lacking manifestation or good manifestation in some department of our life might be principally that we lack wisdom for it. Wisdom, to my understanding, is direct application of acquired knowledge from scriptures. Meaning what God is saying concerning your finances is what you do. Because Jesus said, he that does this saying of mine shall be likened to a wise man. So wisdom is in entirety, meaning drawing from the book of life, which is the Bible, opening ourselves up to the inspiration of heaven that might result into encounters and revelations and getting to manifest it. In scripture we talk about the word of wisdom. This month I'm going to do a bit. Let's try to lay a bit of foundation so that to prepare our understanding. And for so many persons who actually follow us, who listen to our messages much later, just make sure you follow all through this month. Don't miss any of the series. But can I pray for someone here? By the encounters you're going to have this month, you will not be foolish anymore. You know, if I say you will not be foolish anymore, it's simply saying you will not experience shame anymore. That's the meaning. Because foolishness equals what? Proverbs 3:35. Foolishness equals what? Wisdom equals what? Glory. Can I pray for someone here who say the loudest amen? You will never be foolish anymore. In the name of Jesus. So wisdom, to my understanding, is having the understanding of scriptures in the area of your life with the right application. Knowing what to do, how to do, and when to do. Something happened many years back that the Lord reminded me now. One of my brother, when I gave my life to Christ, coming from Muslim background, one of my brother told me that he has a business for me. I should travel down to Ilorin that time. So I traveled. When I got to the place, they took me. Now my brother is in Abuja now. So he took me in his car, in his white car, Rovers, I remember. And we began to drive towards the bush. We were going into the thick forest. At the point while he was driving, he asked me, he said, "Are you not afraid?" I laughed. I said, "You are here, I'm here." I said, "What am I afraid of?" "You are here, I'm here. What am I afraid of?" I relaxed. We're going to the bush, and then when we got to the bush, we turn one right, and then we enter one, like a little village. And in that village was one of these Muslim clergy. So mighty that when you mention the name, everybody from the city used to come to the bush to see the man. So when I saw the man, that my brother is in Abuja now. When we saw the man, he was wearing this is a normal kind of dress. My brother was also wearing the dress, so I was following him. So when he saw the man, he was kneeling down. Me, I didn't kneel down. I put my hand in the pocket and I was looking. So he used his left hand to hit me. He said I should greet. I said, "Greet too." I said, "Well done." And you know, I was coming from that side before. When you see that kind of a person, it's as good as you should be rolling on the floor just to honor them. But when my brother saw the level of my confidence, he was surprised. What amazed him was my level of confidence. To the point that he has to slap me by the back. "Kneel down and greet." I said, "No." I raised my hand and said, "Well done there." You see, I was still young in faith, like many of you. So that's what they discussed, what they needed to discuss, and I know the man was lying to my brother to get money. And I know that my brother took me there so that I would be able to backslide and come back to become a Muslim. And that was the reason why he took me there. He felt that when I see that kind of a big man, I will be afraid. Because when we were going on the road, he asked me, he said, "Are you not afraid inside thick bush?" I said, "Nothing will happen. You are here, I'm here. We are here together." And the Lord did something through me that day that I will never forget for the rest of my life. My brother was sitting on the floor. The man said they should bring a chair for me. So they brought a white chair. I sat. My brother was on the floor. So he knows that I'm not Akazi. Wisdom will always place you on the throne. When you are foolish, you will serve your mate. When you are foolish, they will use your destiny to polish other people's destiny that are wise. The destiny of a maid is to polish the destiny of those who have a destiny to express. I'm sorry, but it's true. So they gave me a chair. After they did their little discussion that will result into money for him, they now bounce on me. He said, see this boy, it's my brother. He's no longer praying according to how he was born. He could read and interpret. He's strong at the other faith. He was strong at the other faith. What are you going to do? And the man turned to me and he said, your brother said this. I said, yes, it's true. He said, but why? And I heard the voice of God. Their prophet said that if you are doubting anything about if you are doubting something about anything, meaning if you are doubting something about what I'm holding now, if I tell you this is actually a Bible and you are doubting it, the prophet said leave it. Meaning, if you have a doubt concerning any matter, abandon it for now. So, and I quoted that verse to him. I said, in your book, your prophet said, when you have a doubt concerning anything, abandon it. The man bowed down his head and he said, tell me exactly what you have doubt about. I said, the whole religion that you are holding. He said, the whole religion that you stand for, I have doubt about it. Immediately he pointed to me. He said, leave this guy. Nothing boosts your confidence like wisdom. Nothing make you to bow down your head in shame, in defeat, like foolishness and shame. When things are not working the way it should be, your head is bowed down in sorrow. There are many of us that we are better at the level we are, but we lack the required wisdom to manifest, to enter into a dimension of glory. If you know what to do and how to do it and when to do it for your life to start experiencing some $10 million, won't you do it? It means you lack the wisdom to make it happen. He that doeth these sayings of mine, hearken to these sayings of mine and doeth them, same shall be likened unto a what? A wise man. Let me tell you this. There are 4 dimensions of wisdom according to scripture. James, let's study. The book of James. James chapter 3. I can read from verse 13 down to 17 to 18. Let me read it very fast. Verse 13, he said, who is wise and understanding among you? Let him show by good conduct that his works are done in meekness of wisdom. Are you saying this? Now, the Bible begins to give us a clear-cut indication between foolishness and what? And wisdom. He said, who is wise? Who have wisdom among you? Who have understanding among us? let him show himself by good conduct, that his works are done in meekness of wisdom. You see, I'm going to at the course of this month, I'm going to teach us what is called the meekness of wisdom, that you know and you're not taking from others. I'm going to teach us. So can I have a Bible? Meekness of wisdom. Verse 14. But if you have bitter envy and self-seeking in your heart, do not boast and lie against the truth. Verse 15. This wisdom does not descend from above, but earthly, sensual, and demonic. For where envy and self-seeking exist, confusion and every evil things are there. The wisdom that is from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, willing to yield, full of mercy and of good fruit, without partiality and without what? Hypocrisy. Let me begin by saying this, that there are 4 kinds of wisdom. The Bible tells us about earthly wisdom. The Bible talks about sensual wisdom. The Bible talks about demonic wisdom. And the Bible talks about the wisdom from above. Number 1, let me start from demonic wisdom. Demonic wisdom simply means yielding to the counsel of the devil and applying it to your life. Look at this. Thou shalt not commit fornication. You say, how will I hold my body? With all these things I'm saying, the devil will tell you, enjoy for a while, you are going to have mercy later. There are mistakes that cannot be corrected. Samson's mistake, God had mercy on him, but it could not be corrected. There are traps that the devil has actually posed to people in the name of pleasure, and they never recover from it. A lady who committed fornication, who actually got pregnant, and he doesn't want people to know, when they head for abortion, remove the womb. These are mistakes that are costly, that might not be replaceable. A lady who walks out and then wear half-naked clothes in the name of fashion attracts people to rape. That damage might be for life. The mentality that she was raped before might never leave that kind of a lady. Might destroy the self-esteem. Why? What actually brought about that kind of dimension of wickedness? Because the person was careless in wisdom to actually yield to the counsel of the devil and make it happen. There is nothing good from the devil. You see, what we do should not be burden to us. It's a system to better our life. The thought that God has for us is a thought, not the thought of evil. Whatever God says is what we should do. When we walk outside the counsel of God for our life, we are bringing a... Many persons who are elderly here will tell you and testify. I made an illustration some time ago. Very funny illustration, and the woman is here. I said, everyone look at Mommy Peace. Look at how gentle she is. I said, remove 20 years. Maybe she's 57 for instance. Remove like 30 years away from her life when she was 27. I visited her one day and I saw one of the picture on the wall. Then she was staying in Zone 5. When you saw a picture on the wall with the everything and the high heel and see, but I wonder, how come you're not doing the packaging now? Time has expired. If she dare do things like that now, only you will say, we need to gather and pray for our sister. Mommy Peace is manifesting a dimension that needs deliverance. Because with time, things like that has faded away. And there are mistakes she has made In the bit of trying to be compliant with version that time, that maybe she's regretting today. Not all mistakes are erasable. Not all mistakes are correctable. There are mistakes that create eternal damage. Even if God will forgive you, the consequences may remain with you for life. So yielding to demonic wisdom and operating in the system of the devil, let me put it this way, like submitting your life to worldly system of wisdom or demonic wisdom that is gotten from demons and devils and the incarnate, they are, you see, will destroy you. It is demonic wisdom that will tell you don't pay your tithe. The money is not enough in the first place. It's how will I give to God? And if you think it's not right to give to God, you will see that no matter what you have, it will never be enough. It is the breath of God over anything that makes it enough. When Jesus needed to feed the 5,000, after he needed to feed it, he just gave God thanks on the little that they have, and it became multiplied. If the multiplying anointing of God is not actually multiplying the things that you have, it's not always enough. Give some people here 1 million naira. Leave it to them for some days. There are persons that you give $2,000 now. Next 5 minutes, the money has finished. You wonder what really happened. There are things on ground that the money will go for. 200,000 here, 100,000 here, this one here, that one here, before you know, and they will not buy new shirt. So it's not because they do not have the idea or the technicality of what they are going to do with the money, just like the money is not available. When the money eventually became available, their channels already on ground. There is nothing that you have that is enough. When demonic wisdom rule over you, you said, no, I'm not going to pay my tithe. I'm not going to give to God because I want this to happen. I want that to happen. Your greatest security is God. Leading to demonic wisdom is what makes you to perpetrate wickedness against your neighbor. That we are competing. I need to be smart to assign that. It's demonic wisdom. That is called eye service in the first place. People that are men pleasers and who do eye service, they will have parts in the lake of fire. Because they are pretenders and deceitful people. And no deception will ever make it to heaven. Are we together? So those are demonic wisdom. Men pleasers, eye service, perpetration of wickedness, stealing, backbiting, gossiping, conspiracy of evil. These are deceitful. These are pretenders. These are the people that have their portion in the lake of fire. So when you are operating demonic wisdom, it makes you belong to the devil. But it's painful that many Christians in our days, what they do is that ever help those who help themselves. You see, if I do this one, I pass first, I will ask God for mercy. When you need to write exam, you giraffe, you copy your neighbor, finish. You say, when I reach church, I will repent. The mercy of God might find you no matter how dirty your past is. The mercy of God might single you out for a blessing no matter how rotten your past is. There is no mistake that God cannot forgive. There's no mistake that God cannot erase. But can I tell you something? There are some mistakes that have become indelible, that might haunt your story for life. Never yield to demonic wisdom. Number 2 is sensual wisdom. Sensual wisdom in the context of Nigeria, you can call that common sense. Senses that comes as a result of your senses. Are we together? At least let me say wisdom that comes as a result of application of your senses. You have and you can feel. When you feel is cold, that is actually telling you. Wisdom demands you to know that this place is cold. Is that so? When you have hot water, you put your hand. Wisdom tells you this is hot. Those are what? Sensual wisdom. You put something bitter in your mouth to get to know. Those are wisdom as a result of what? Senses. There's a dimension of wisdom called the earthly wisdom. There's something the Bible called the wisdom of men. It's actually called the earthly what? Earthly wisdom. Wisdom that is available to man to actually appropriate things. Let me put it this way. A man puts this together. Is that so? That's the wisdom of man. A man puts this together that we can even record this message and it should be a blessing to people. Those are earthly wisdom. Are we together? Wisdom that finds himself operational to make our earthly living convenient. It is called what? Earthly wisdom. Going to school is earthly wisdom. Do you agree with me? It's to acquire earthly wisdom. It might be in turn be useful to take you to heaven if you submit it to heaven. But going to school is earthly wisdom. Earthly wisdom tells you this is the four corner of your room, 12 by 12. This is where your TV will be. This is where your trouser will be. This is where your shirt will be. This is where your cooker will be. Those are earthly wisdom. Are we together? But the Bible said there is a wisdom that is from above, which is called wisdom of God. I'm going to show you the characteristics of the wisdom of God. Then we'll close. Chapter 3. James chapter 3. Let's read from verse let's read verse 14 again. He said, if you have bittered, envy, and self-seeking in your heart, do not boast and lie against the truth. People who does this operate demonic wisdom. Envy. Elizabeth bought a shoe I must buy. You see, they might send the shoe from abroad. Shadrach wear suit. If my own suit will not be bigger, I turn and say, it might be Pastor Dashing. Unhealthy competition is demonic wisdom. Are we together? Envy, strife, bitterness. Now watch. Any Christian that is keeping malice, that is bitter against the progress of another, your father is the devil. Your father. Change your name from whatever your name is. Just replace your name with devil and put the rest of the name. In case your name is Maru, for instance. Are we together? Remove the son name. Just put Maro and put the devil as the second one. Envy, strife, bitterness is never of God. These are demonic wisdom. Now let's look at the characteristics of good. This wisdom, verse 15. This wisdom does not descend from above, but is earthly, sensual, and demonic. Where envy and self-seeking exist, there is what? Where the other realm of every other wisdom exists, one thing is inevitable. There will be what? Earthly wisdom has made many confusion to be happening in this world. Do you agree with me? I'm from Sapele. It's a gogoro I drink in the morning. Now so did a place. Earthly wisdom that has made them to appropriate what they are doing in that place. Me, I'm from Edo, I know they agree. And you're talking like parrot and you're insulting yourself, fighting everybody. Say, for my place, they carry like. No, sir. No, sir. Those are earthly wisdom. It's about a dimension of confusion. You say, I'm an Hausa man, I can't do this. There are many confusion that is going on around the world right now that we cannot live together in peace is because of earthly wisdom. Because earthly wisdom will connect you to one realm, the realm of self-seeking. Self, my own, my thing, our culture. You see, in my place, it's Aku we eat in the morning. They say Aku is killing, you say I will eat. My own, Oga does drink water, I said no. Oga eat pepper soup, he said no. Aku. The wisdom that subject people to self-seeking brings about confusion. You see, every child of God that operates the wisdom from above, one thing is sin around them. They are very liberal people. I'll show you in the Bible. If you operate the wisdom from God, thing is sure in your life, you will be. Let's move further. Verse 16. He said, for when fear and self-seekingness, there's confusion and every evil thing are there. Verse 17. He said, but the wisdom that is above is first what? Is first what? Pure. It is not full of sin. The wisdom that make you open your bum bum to another person that you are not married to is not pure. The wisdom that say your salary is $1,000, just put zero at the back to make it $10,000, is not pure. The wisdom that make you to wear the clothes that make you to see your bonnet and your boot is not. He said, if I didn't show my cleavage, nobody will know I'm hot. What is hot? Who are you hurting? Anything valuable is covered. When we are seeing what is supposed to be covered, it means you have lost your. I see. That one is no more wisdom. That one is shame. And that's why you see people that do things outside the counsel of God. In Africa, when you see them, what do you say? You say that one lack shame. So the wisdom from God is first what? Pure. Number two, is peaceable. It's peaceable. I told you that I told you earlier that anywhere wisdom is found, one thing is sure, there will be peace, there will be no crisis. When a husband is truly wise, there will be no crisis. I've never beaten my wife for once. Say, Tom, give me your bonbon. You take 6 strokes of the cane. Yes, sir. But never ask her if I'm lying to you. She's hearing me. You say, fight, we don't fight. What are you fighting for? When everybody have things that you must achieve in a week, things that you must achieve in a week, so why will you have the time to even fight? You say, do not talk to me very well. You don't know I'm your husband. I don't like that, No. When you are truly wise, operate the wisdom from above when it comes to marital relationship, there will be no crisis. My wife has never reported me to anybody living or dead. Never. I've never had the cause to call anybody advice on how to manage my wife. No. I saw that wisdom early. And that's why we are living in peace. One day I went to settle fight for a family and I came back and I told my wife, I said the things that I used to go and settle as fight outside are the things I do in this as freely, and I don't have a problem. In Africa, there's a system that before you leave the house, you must drop money for your wife. Is that so? There are many days I don't even have the money to drop for her, but has never resorted to a fight. And I will go home, I will still eat in case there's something to manage. I've seen some family before that the wife will say, very useless, it's incorrect, it's stupid. He did not drop money today. As he was going, did I come here to suffer? I leave my father's house to come and. You should have stayed in your father's house. I marry your father's property. Because marital journey is full of sacrifice. It is lack of wisdom for a lady to be constituting crisis in relationship. It is lack of wisdom for the man to be constituting crisis in relationship. And I hate something. When you report a man, when I listen to you reporting the husband, I know that the husband is truly messing up, truly. To me as a pastor, I'm honest. What came to me is that this guy does not have sense. I'm sorry, it was true. Anything that I would do that will make people look at me and say, Abba, David, why now? I expect more from you. It should not be. I hate that. So what is right is what I try to seek to do. Imagine me sitting in a bar enjoying some bottles of beer. What will you say? If you see me, you go, hey, pastor, area. I begin to, that's not peaceable. Are we together? Anywhere you are found and there is peace, in anywhere you are found, is a report card that you have wisdom at the from above. Talkativeness is lack of wisdom. You do not know? Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 3. Somebody should read. Proverbs 13 and verse 3. Is what? Lack of wisdom. Because too much of talk will not bring peace. Because the Bible said in the multitude of wars there will be sin. You will have said the things you are not supposed to say, and you will not be able to bring peace to people. So some of you have talkative girlfriend. You know what I'm talking about. Or talkative boyfriend. You know what I'm talking about. Proverbs 13 and verse 3. Read. Who guard his mouth, preserve his life. He who guard his mouth, preserve his what? And he who open his mouth wide shall have what? Talkativeness is lack of wisdom. Because you will have said many irrelevant things and you are not guarding your life. Are we still together? He said that wisdom is gentle, is willing to yield, not argument. My husband has never have argument before. Don't argue. Ask her if I'm lying. I must stand on the altar of Moscow. I'm telling you, we don't argue. What are you arguing for? This is what we are doing. No, I think we should do it better this way. Oh no, okay, all right. We don't argue. If you are truly wise, you'll be willing to yield. Don't go there. You say no. Now from Akwa Ibom I come. I never get sense past your status. I said, don't go there. He said, no, that's where I want to go. He's gentle, he's willing to yield, full of mercy, and of what? Good fruit, without partiality and a what? Hypocrisy. Let me stop here because of time. Wisdom, if it's above, these are the characteristics. Verse 17, is pure, is peaceable, is gentle, is full of mercy, is full of good fruit. When your life is not radiating this one, it's a report card that you don't have wisdom. Or the one you claim to have is crookedness. That is not from the Bible. Wisdom is at the beginning of every exploit. When you lack the quiet wisdom in any area of your life, you will never see exploit. And let me lay this foundation. Do not subscribe to any other aspect of wisdom apart from the wisdom from above. If you want to live a crisis-free life, you want to generate results that is enduring, you don't want to grow old and regret your life, apply wisdom from above. The path of the just will become the shining light that will shine more and more. It will not be reduced if it is truly wisdom from above.